Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're doing a shaky cam interior review. Interior, close enough. Inside a 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman. So this is the Ram truck, half-ton truck. This is the Tradesman model, so it's the base model, but it has the EcoDiesel engine in it. Other than that, I don't believe there's any more upgrades. So this is the workday truck. This is the everyday Joe driving the truck, getting work done. Maybe you take this on the weekend, bounce around camping a little bit or something, whatever. So really good truck. I used it to haul some wood today, or this week. It wasn't today. It's rainy and drizzly today. No, I used it to haul a bunch of wood that will become the foundation for my new shed. I am nixing 120 square feet of lawn. That's how I see it. I get a storage shed out of the deal, possibly a small workshop, but most of all, I have that much less lawn. Anyway, all right. So, pretty basic. There's actually a lot to show you, surprisingly enough, for a base model truck. You may remember I did the Ram 2500 in its Tradesman package as well not too long ago. So here you have windows, door locks, etc. This hasn't changed for Ram in quite a while, so this placement has been pretty much the norm. This has the standard trailering mirrors, so they pull out manually and all of that. Over here is your lighting. Over here is dimmers. Down there is your parking brake. Up here's the first of your vents. So there you go. Not much else to show you on that. Steering wheel. So here's where the Tradesman differs from most of the other models. Over here you have some controls. So these are controlling the driver information screen, which is right there. And then here's your telematics and voice control. Voice control you use fairly often in this because the touchscreen is tiny, tiny. I'll show it to you, but last time I saw one of these, I compared it. My phone is bigger than the touchscreen. My phone, bigger than that touchscreen. Again, base model. Over here's cruise control. Pretty simple. Turn it on here, set, reset, etc. Down here's your gearing control. So you can see you can shift up, shift down, and you can hold a limit on your gears. So if you want to, you crest, best use scenario for this, you crest a hill, the automatic transmission, say in, I don't know, third gear. So you crest that hill in third gear, boo-boo right there. You crest the hill in third gear, it won't go over third gear going back down the hill. Pretty cool. Highly useful. So here's the first big difference between this and other models of this truck. There are no paddles on the back. Normally you have those little paddles where you can change the radio station, and this side would be the volume, over here would be the radio station. This does not have that. So in order to control that, you have to do it with the knobs. One of the things with the Tradesman model. So there's no dongle over here, probably because there used to be a shifter and people want there to be a shifter, and there's not, because you have the dial now. But over here is the only dongle you're ever going to need. So you push it for washer wipers, do it this way for just the wipers, up and down for the signal turns, back and forth for your bright lights. So everything in one shot. Looking at the instrument cluster, a little too big for this, so I'll have to pan over. So over here you have a tachometer. Here's your engine, or is that oil? Nope, that's your DEF level. So that's the level of your urea. Up here is your engine heat. So there you go. Over here, I'll get the middle in a minute. Over here is oil. Down there, if I can get to it, down there, that's your fuel gauge. It is diesel, point that out. Over here is your tachometer, also has Canuck miles per hour, or speedometer. Speedometer? Yeah, tach is over there. Anyway, driver information screen. So here you can see what I've been doing. This is a real-time miles per hour readout, and then down here you can see my trip. So I did not do highway fuel economy testing in this. I was asked about that, and if I had time, I would do that. But I don't think I have time to go do that right now. But here is one of my 2 trips, both the same, you'll see. So my average was 18.2. The majority of that driving was in town, not on the highway. I did a lot of in-town driving, and I did hauling with that. I hauled probably about half of that, about 20 miles or so was hauling, I'm going to say 600 pounds of wood. So I think it was between 600 and 700 pounds of wood. So yeah, that's kind of mileage you can expect. You can see the rest of the info, the time and everything else. So really, really cool. But other stuff that's on here, I was impressed, by the way, with the feel of this truck. I like the engine a lot. So here's some more info. You can see how much range is left and all of that. Here's vehicle information. So if you want to know like your differential, you know, the temperature on the differential, stuff like that, you've got it right there. Here's a giant speedometer if you need that, and so on. You can go through a lot of stuff. There's some pretty cool, useful things in here. Trailer towing, this is nice. This gives you the braking and gain. So this has an integrated trailer brake. I'll show that to you. I believe that is standard across the board for the Ram 1500 now. But that trailer brake control, you can see here where you can see a readout of the gain. So if I fiddle with the control, you can see the gain change. So there you go. That's kind of neat. Gain change. It's a game changer. All right, that was dumb. So anyway, also like this. Check this out. It's raised, so it's like this. Let me see if I can get a sighting. See how tall that is? It's really cool looking. So from here you get that cool 3D effect. It's really awesome. All right, push button start. Shifter is right here. So my old beef with the shifter was that you would grab the wrong knob and turn it. I still have that problem, but it's not nearly as bad, because there was one time I was looking at the side mirror. I was not looking down here, so I'm looking out that side mirror over there, and I reach over and I turn the fan up, or turn the fan down, instead of going into reverse from drive. I reached up to do that, and I turned, and as I turned, I realized this didn't feel right. It was too small, and so I had to glance over and do this. You get used to that after a while. It doesn't take very long to stop doing that, but you know, you're gonna do it at least once. I'm just gonna say, there's really no way around it. Up here you got event, bacon, and email. Over here's that tiny little screen I was talking about. So with this tiny screen, this truck, by the way, is not a 4x4. This is the 2-wheel drive version of the Ram 1500, just FYI. So you might have seen that on the sheet already. So here's the very basic infotainment here. You can see the screen is very small. My hand will cover it easily. But you have all the basics. You have your radio, media input. You can Bluetooth. You have USBs down there. You have Android Auto and stuff. Up there's a compass, so you can push that, get a compass. Nice and useful if you're, I don't know, map reading on the fly. Well, you know, if you need to know your directions, say things like turn south on, there you go. Here's a setup, so you can go into the settings, you can change a few things, and so on. Mostly what you're going to be using is you're going to be on this radio, and you're going to be using this volume knob, that mute button. You're going to be turning the screen on and off like that, and that's about it. You can turn everything off right here. You just push this button, the whole shebang shuts down, right? There you go. That's about all you need to know. That's the infotainment. Up here is a nice little storage cubby. You can throw keys and a few other things, and if you have an MP3 player or something, there's a 12-volt. Down here, this is your climate controls. Very, very simple, right below those Dukes lights. So you got fan speed here, temperature setting there, and where you want it to blow over there. Simple, old school, nothing special. Here's your trailer brake control for the, yeah. Here's the tow haul button. That turns off traction control. Down there, count them four, count them four USBs. So pretty cool. And I believe they are all data USBs, but I can't be totally sure. I can't see the symbols well enough. Yeah, I believe they are all data USBs. And then you got this useful big cubby right there to drop a bunch of stuff in. That won't shut now. There we go. Over there you got also a nice nice storage spot. I really like that, actually. You can throw a lot of good things in there and it will stay. I had some gloves and other stuff in there. I had some tie downs thrown in there, you know, just a few things to because I needed them for what I was doing. Red flags, that kind of stuff. And then this has the bench seat. So there you go. I call this the honey seat. So you get your honey to sit here so you guys can cuddle up while you're driving. And then you pull this, drop it back down. There you got some drink holders. You got a little bit of storage. Badow. I've been putting my phone right here a lot, by the way. We'll also go right here nicely, but it will go right here even better. And great cloth seating. I love this cloth seating. People, you know, they think they got to have leather and stuff, but you don't. This is great seating. I really like this. Pretty plain, as you can see. Not a whole lot of bling in this. It is the base model, so pretty simple. The back seat, this is not the crew cab. This is the larger cab, so it is the 4-door, but not crew. But the back seats are still a decent size. You can get 3 people in there. There's my gloves and stuff I was talking about earlier. But this is the, I don't know. It's a good size though. I really do like the back seat. It could, you know, you can get the crew cab bigger if you're going to haul adults around a lot. But if you're like me and you're mostly just hauling kids, you really don't need a bigger back seat than that. So that's all there is. That's this truck. This is the 2020 Ram 1500 Tradesman package. Pretty quick, I will have the special edition Mopar package for this truck, and I will have the Laramie Longhorn, I believe it is, or the Limited. I can't remember which one. It's one of those two, so I'll have the higher end, the opposite of this, for comparison. So that will be interesting. Be interesting to see what's in this versus what's in those. And also going to try out the e-torque engine. So you watch for reviews on this diesel and that e-torque. And that's about it. That's what I got. So there you go. This has been Aaron on autos.com. Talk to you again soon. Subscribe.